Okay, well, I'm here with a history-making manager in Darren. First time the club has ever reached the second qualifying round of the FA Cup. Did it the hard way against Isthmian Premier side Cray Wanderers, away from home.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Obviously, I'm elated, but I'm pleased for for everyone in the club. I'm pleased for everyone that travelled down here this afternoon. I'm pleased for the players. We had a tough start to the season, and I think this coupled with just a little bit of a better performance in our last league outing will start to give them the belief that we can that we deserve to be here and we can compete at this level.
Okay. I guess your pre-game team talk was done for you. When
Yeah.
your assistant overhears non-league blank, fill in the space.
Yeah,
Sort of does it for you. Does the
I
trick.
think you're right. I think it's a shame, because when you make those kind of throwaway comments, sometimes obviously you're going to latch on to that. You're going to let the players know, and I'm sure it wasn't meant as derogatory as it sounded, but because after all, we're both non-league.
Yeah, and they're only a division above.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You made some interesting changes today to your lineup, bringing in Dom at right back, not in place of Mally, but with Mally switching to left wing or right wing, depending on where he flitted across to.
Yeah.
It worked perfectly. Dom was excellent. Is a proper defending fullback.
Yeah, I mean, cheers, guys. When we went and looked at them the other last weekend, we were aware that they possessed a major aerial threat as well as good fast players that they could have brought on. One of them come on late today, Anis, and I think we just felt that we needed to be defensively strong and maybe try and frustrate them and be in the tight kind of 60 minutes. So it kind of worked better than what we had perhaps hoped for. But ultimately we tweaked it, which I guess was rewarded in the end.
Yeah. You got off to a perfect start. Brendan, who can be a sort of I'm not trying to think of the right word, but he can divide opinion.
Brendan divides opinion, mate. I think that's where you're looking to go with that.
That was where I was looking to go.
He does, because technically there's not a better footballer at this level, in my opinion. But he's very much Marmite. People either love him and they warm to him because he's so technically gifted, and sometimes what he tries doesn't come off. Whether that's combinations of players or whatever, and if you're attracted to people that are going to be smashing big tackles and clattering headers and stuff, that's Brendan's not going to be your go-to kind of player.
No,
because
that's
not what he's in there for.
No, but to do what he did today from 25 yards,
he's
very few.
Steered it, beautiful first goal, and just settles the nerves, doesn't it?
Yeah. Another lovely finish by Danny Fernandez, put us 2-0 up just before half-time.
Yeah.
Then we go and concede a penalty almost straight away, and then you think, is that going to be a turning point? Now, maybe in many respects the penalty was a bit too late in the half for them, because it didn't give them any chance to get any momentum going.
No, it was almost in stoppages, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there was a lot less stoppages in the first half than there was in the second, but that's another story for another day. I think it was just one that, you're right, it came so late they didn't have a chance to get their tails up. And we, and I guess we, in utopia, you'd want to go in, with your noses in front. So actually, we had to take it that way. We had a 45-minute game at that point.
Yeah.
Away from home against a team that's going to be fancying themselves, in their league this year. It started pretty well. Had a bit of a ropey bank holiday weekend, but started well before that. And we took them in at 1-0 down at half time. So, I think we were quite satisfied with that. And then we thought, we've got to react and see what happens in that next 45, and maybe we might have to be a bit more resolute defensively. We expected them to throw a bit of caution to the wind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your back four was magnificent today. I mean, Nyron won everything. Boggs was immense. And then, of course, you get to your third goal. Now, everyone knows what a classy player Adam Allen is. But when he picks the ball up on the edge of our area, strides the length of the pitch, plays a 1-2 on the edge of their area, and then has the composure to roll it under the keeper.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's the only person that was probably surprised by it was him. We know he's got that in his locker, but I think when he picked it up, it was probably deeper than he would have liked because he got lots of shouts to drive, and initial body language was more like he would have quite happily slowed, but he put in a great shift. Once he gets into that position, he's played that little give and go, sprung the offside and slotted calm finish under the keeper, which is absolutely brilliant. You can't, as I said, he's got the man of the match. I think it was tough on lots of other players, but I don't think you can say that he didn't deserve it today.
No, I think you're right there. I mean, it was tough on other players. In reality, it probably could have gone to any of the starting 11 and the 3 lads who came on putting good shifts as well. If you're looking for that little thing that just clinches a man of the match performance, then a goal like that will do it.
Yeah, do you know what? I think it was a disciplined performance from a lot of players today, and that's always that's what you're looking for when you play against sort of higher opposition. It was it was good. It was good. Like I said, it was exciting. I don't think we felt overwrought by the occasion today, and I guess that's maybe a little measure of where we've come. I think the players feel like they deserve to be in these kind of situations.
Well, I think that's probably a sort of a knock-on effect from the Bracknell game. Mixing it well with the team we expected to win our league, and then you go and think, hang on, we can go anywhere and do
the only game I think we've undercooked ourselves so far is Uxbridge. I think we showed them masses of respect at the start of the season. I think we were a bit intimidated by the fact that we'd come up, didn't really know what to expect. I think we played the occasion. But you know what, we're growing in confidence, and you mentioned about how well defensively we were today, which we were. I'd just like to send a good, sort of get well, good luck message out to Jay Dunstan, who obviously picked up an injury in the last game. He was, missed today. He's a good lad, and he's just getting into his stride. And I think he might have a PCL injury, so he might be out for anything between a couple of weeks and a couple of months. So just wishing him all the best for a speedy recovery.
Okay, and I guess you can look on the other, not on the other side, but you've got a veteran in Boggs who can come in and do a job.
Boggs is a stick of SCR rock, and you just cut him in half, and he's just, he bleeds SCR. You can't ask for more. He's put his body on the line. They all did today.
They were excellent. The only slight downside for me was a slight hamstring injury to the photographer and celebrating on the 3rd goal, which.
Well, to be fair, you can join the other hamstring injuries. We seem to have a few of them today. But obviously wishing you all the best and go for a speedy recovery.
Old age, though, mate. That's all it is.
Well,
at least they ran at me for that one.
Hint
Brendan when you leg it to the other corner.
No, listen, sterling job from you as always, mate. Great support as well today, wasn't it?
Yeah, magnificent. There were people. This is where we sort of know that we're starting to build ourselves a little bit, because there are people, as Sharon would say and did say last week, I don't know who that is. And that's when you know you're starting to get a little bit more.
And you know what, that's lovely, because actually when we were sat over there today, you look across at the rather exuberant stand that we're now sitting in, and the kind of top shelf on one side was clearly rooting for us, and you can see them jumping around when the goals went in, and just the players really appreciate it, feel it.
Cool. What are you looking for next round?
Well, I'm going to divide opinion again here, because a lot of the boys are saying that they want the highest ranked team and they want a road trip, and let's keep it going. I would like anybody that we can beat anywhere.
Yes, I like the sound of that.
And then let's see if we can go a round or two more, before we have to duck out of this year's competition.
And obviously, if we were to be drawn away from home, you want a well-supported side away from home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
do you know what? And unfortunately, there's some of the things that you have to contend with right there.
Yeah, exactly that. We'll leave it at that, and apologies for anybody who heard that and wants to know what that is.
Yeah.
Speak to your parents.
Good night.
Good night.